Good evening, and welcome to Ben Taurus TV. I'm Michael, bringing you the most comprehensive updates from across Nigeria and around the globe. National news. We begin with developments within Nigeria, where critical issues of governance, security, and justice are making headlines. Senate calls for increased revenue from mining cadastre office. The Senate Committee on Solid Minerals, Mines, Steel Development, and Metallurgy has tasked the Nigeria Mining Cadastre Office, NMCO, to step up its efforts in generating revenue. During an oversight visit in Abuja, the committee chairman, Senator Okon Sampson, applauded NMCO for generating 8.2 billion Nigerian nairas as of October 2024. However, he noted that much more is expected from the agency to support Nigeria's economic diversification under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. NMCO's Director General, Simon Nkom, highlighted the agency's accomplishments, revealing that it has contributed over 36 billion Nigerian nairas to the federal treasury since its inception. He pointed out that challenges such as insufficient funding, limited manpower, and outdated technology are hindering the agency's performance. The Senate promised to advocate for more resources to empower the office. Enugu state government defends controversial tax hikes. In a bid to address public discontent, the Enugu state government has defended its recent tax increases. Speaking at the annual general meeting of the Enugu Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture, EXIMA, Deputy Governor Ifeanyi Osai emphasized that the tax reforms are necessary to generate revenue for critical infrastructure development. He reassured business leaders and entrepreneurs that the government is committed to fostering a pro-business environment despite the new fiscal measures. Critics, however, argue that the tax hikes place additional financial strain on citizens already grappling with economic hardship. The state government has promised to introduce relief measures for small-scale businesses and vulnerable groups while rolling out long-term projects to improve Enugu's business climate. Food insecurity worsens amid security challenges and climate change. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has raised concerns over Nigeria's worsening food insecurity. He highlighted the devastating impacts of climate change, rampant insecurity, and increasing rural-to-urban migration as key factors contributing to the nation's food crisis. Speaking during a parliamentary session, Abbas urged federal and state governments to prioritize agricultural reforms, enhance farmer support programs, and address security challenges affecting rural communities. With inflation driving up the cost of food and millions of Nigerians unable to afford basic meals, experts are warning that the situation could escalate into a nationwide humanitarian crisis if urgent steps are not taken. NAPTEP rescues 9 pregnant women from Abuja baby factory. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, has made a shocking discovery in Abuja, dismantling a baby factory and rescuing 9 pregnant women. According to NAPTIP Director General Fatima Waziri-Azi, the women were held in captivity under deplorable conditions after being lured with promises of financial support and medical care. Once the women gave birth, the babies were allegedly sold illegally. Waziri-Azi confirmed that the women are now receiving medical attention and psychological counseling. Authorities are intensifying their investigation to apprehend those behind the operation. This disturbing trend highlights the ongoing challenge of human trafficking in Nigeria. Deadly rivalry in northwest Nigeria leaves 20 Boko Haram fighters dead. In Nigeria's conflict-plagued northwest region, a violent clash between Boko Haram fighters and a rival terrorist faction led by Dogo Jide has resulted in the deaths of 20 Boko Haram members. Local sources reported that the clash stemmed from disputes over control of territories and resources, with Jide's faction gaining the upper hand. Security analysts warn that the increasing fragmentation of terrorist groups could lead to more frequent and unpredictable violence. The Nigerian army continues its counterinsurgency operations in the region, but experts say a comprehensive strategy that includes community-based conflict resolution is needed to address the root causes of terrorism. Court upholds death sentence for hotel owner in OAU student murder case. The Akure Division of the Court of Appeal has upheld the death sentence for Ramon Adedoyin, owner of Hilton Hotels and Resorts, in the murder of Timothy Adegoke, a postgraduate student of Obafemi Awolowo University, OAU. Adedoyin was found guilty of masterminding the crime, which occurred in November 2021. The court described the act as premeditated and gruesome and rejected all appeals from the defense. The ruling has been met with widespread approval from the public, particularly among advocates for justice and human rights. It is being hailed as a landmark decision in Nigeria's judicial history, sending a strong message against impunity. International news. Moving on to international news, we turn our focus to key stories shaping the global landscape. Tanzania battles Marburg virus outbreak. In East Africa, Tanzania is grappling with a deadly outbreak of the Marburg virus, which has claimed 9 lives so far. The government has deployed emergency response teams to contain the spread of the highly infectious disease, which has a fatality rate of up to 88%. Health experts are urging neighboring countries to remain vigilant as fears of cross-border transmission grow. Indian court sentences 5 men to death for heinous crimes. In a landmark ruling, a court in India's Chhattisgarh state has sentenced 5 men to death for the gang rape and murder of a teenage girl, her father, and her niece. The court's decision has been hailed as a strong statement against gender-based violence, though activists continue to call for systemic reforms to protect women and girls across the country. Sports news. And now, turning to the world of sports, we begin with a major transfer in football that is making waves across Europe. Man City signs Omar Marmush for £59 million amid squad rebuild. Manchester City has announced the signing of Egyptian forward Omar Marmush from Eintracht Frankfurt for £59 million, including potential add-ons worth £1 million. Marmush, 25, has scored 37 goals in 67 games for Frankfurt and expressed his excitement at joining the Premier League champions. Speaking to the press, he said, "With Pep, his technical staff, and the world-class facilities here, players have everything they need to improve." The signing is part of City's squad rebuild, with defenders Abdulkadir Kusanov and Vita Reis also joining the team in the January transfer window. However, the club has sent veteran right-back Kyle Walker on loan to AC Milan. City currently sits 5th in the Premier League table, trailing leaders Liverpool by 12 points, and faces a crucial Champions League playoff match next week after a disappointing group stage performance. The Australian Open 2025 continues to deliver thrilling matches and unexpected results. In the men's singles, world number 2 Carlos Alcaraz advanced to the semi-finals after a dominant straight-set victory over Alexander Zverev. Meanwhile, defending champion Novak Djokovic suffered a shocking quarter-final exit to Jannik Sinner in a 5-set epic. On the women's side, top seed Iga Swiatek showcased her resilience with a hard-fought win over Coco Gauff, solidifying her place as the favourite. However, all eyes are on unseeded Australian wildcard Olivia Gadecki, who has stunned fans by advancing to the semi-finals. With the finals approaching, fans are eager to see who will lift the Grand Slam trophies this year. That concludes today's news on Ben Taurus TV. Thank you for staying with us. Remember to subscribe, share, like and comment. I'm Michael. See you next time. Have a great evening and stay safe.